Let's go. What up? Some people, probably, and I've seen it, some people are probably saying, oh, look at the Catholic, afraid of everything. Oh, look at all these conspiracies. Look at all these groups. Well, au contraire. I am not afraid of these groups. I'm afraid of the potential of falling into the behavior that they do, but I'm not afraid of the groups. I'm significantly less fearful than most because I know how my enemy acts. I'm not scared of the infinite unknown that unravels when you don't know how your enemy acts. When you're afraid of a little bug or you're afraid of the animals. Like, you don't have to have that sort of a fearful animalistic instinct. It's not necessary. It doesn't help. You know, the reason why Joe Rogan tortures his body is the same as a Shaolin monk, really. He's just pushing his limits to ascend his consciousness to a state that normal people don't get so he can get a different perspective. And that allows him to synthesize things and become stronger because he has a wider berth of understanding of his own body, his own capabilities and limits. I forgot to mention when I was talking about the things that people should eat, 1 serving of nuts a day. Walnuts are one of the best things you can put in their brain. They have monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which go directly into your brain. And it's funny, you bust open a walnut shell, you look at the walnut nut, and it looks exactly like a brain. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Also, broccoli, really, really good for your lungs. They look exactly like your lungs. Carrot, really, really good for your eyes. They look, when you slice them into slices, they look like an eye. I think that's pretty fascinating. You know what's not fascinating? Fucking Dodge ads. It's very simple what they're doing. It's the same shit Longhorn Steakhouse has been doing. They're just like, release a monster from hell and dominate your commute, you fucking pussy. You know, it's preying on the sort of childish mentality that can fall into Andrew Tate shit. Forgetting that he's a fucking Wahhabist Muslim pimp sex trafficker who is completely and utterly set up by forces way beyond his understanding. Oh, it's really great, too, that we now have crystal clear footage of UFOs and Chinese anti-gravity drones. Oh, interesting. Just at the same time AI ramps up. And what do you know? All this footage, it resembles AI quite a bit. Oh, it must be a coincidence. Go ahead and try to get rid of all the anti-Zionists. I'd love to martyr up for that. Oh, hell yeah. And you're not going to get rid of like 3 or 4 billion people. Even if you destroy large portions of the world, you'll mostly destroy the shit that you're on, buddy. So, new segment. I'll be doing it now every single time, every single week, because I am now a woman expert. Relationship advice with Wolf Tone. You know, personally, I'd love to revive that sort of puppy love that I had when I was younger, texting all the time, biking miles to her house, sometimes with food or gifts. But women want a needle threaded that's on a whole microscopic. They want both gaslighting and profound truth. They want both negging and respect. They want to be ignored and obsessed over. They want their fantasies to be indulged without setting realistic goals to bridge that gap and synthesize their fantasies with reality. And that's a shame. You know, ultimately women have the more difficult role of the two, by far. And so it's even easier for them to fall to comfort propaganda. Comfort propaganda meaning that you can just be a girl boss and live how you want. But we've already run through those experiments, and those girl bosses are miserable. The degree to which you girl boss as a woman, the degree to which you try and be both at the same time, is the degree to which you act against your nature. You know, a lot of people are dealing with health problems, and then their health problems manifest mental problems, and their mental problems manifest behavior problems, and that cycles over and gets worse and worse as time goes on. But just eat right, live simple. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. A lot of people are just like, oh God, what if he mistreats me? What if she mistreats me? Oh! But if they just lived simply, if they didn't rush into things and feel, oh gosh, I'm feeling something, I better run into it, because that's what they're taught. You see, that's what they're taught by advertising. That's what they're taught by the modern, or as Jordan Peterson would say, postmodern American philosophy. And quite frankly, there's a lot. Read Julius Evola if you really want to know about what the hell's going on with American mentalities and why they're failing. Read the Baron Julius Evola. Read as much as you can of him. He is a genius. Absolute genius. Just be yourself and keep it simple. Women will come around as this LA movie porn mirage evaporates. You just need to not adopt a self-defeating mentality and worthless techniques. Worthless techniques abound. They're all over the place. And people like Andrew Tate are paid big money by the establishment as it rests at the moment to poison young men and make them eunuchs, janissaries, and have their women be confused sex objects. That's a shame, you know. I really despise it. Comes from men first. I really despise pornographer and pimp culture. And I was saying Los Angeles in reference to Las Vegas the other day. It's basically the same thing. They're basically one city connected. Essentially. That's probably where they got the idea for the line. It's just like, what if we had Los Angeles to LA in the middle of the desert, and then we put up walls on the track to it. And then over time, the line got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Now it's only going to be a little complex. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable? You know, they actually sucked up Lake Mead to put in bottles to give to their workers who are working in the fucking desert to build their fucking vanity projects and getting paid fucking nothing, but they need water to survive, otherwise they'll die. That's where our water went. Our water went to building bullshit. It's not what Gaddafi wanted. It's not revitalizing the desert. It's not greening land that had been a desert for 1,500 years. It's bullshit vanity projects. That's one of the reasons why I hate the Saudis first and then the Israelis. And, you know, way below all that is all the rest of the bad guys, you know? And fuck Andrew Tate and his Wahhabist bullshit. Don't fall for that shit. Seriously. The appealing aspect of the behavior of a Herostrodi, in their mind, is seeing the power they have as individuals to destroy quickly what many people took a lot of time to construct. That doesn't ultimately make them powerful, but in their mind, the ability to undo quickly with their free will is the sort of a satanic indulgence compared to the slow, steady, simple construction of the people who live day by day in honest ways. And you know what? The Herostrati won't win as long as you keep your attitude good. That's ultimately the secret to life. And if you are the only one who has control over your attitude, and if you exercise that control, no matter what you go through, you know, I've been people in jail, I've been to jail, I've talked to people in jail, I've been to DC and talked to people in DC, and you know what? It's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. A lot of people are selling this one trick, secret, exploit, will make you XYZ. And if it ever has ties back to a mega corporation like Amazon, it's bullshit. They have dozens of teams and are always ahead of the scam. It's usually multi-level marketing crap you're wandering into. The way to win in that field is to not play those games. Indeed, indeed. Well, that's a nice concentrated short one for today. I might be back with you later on. I might not. I'm very busy doing stuff. Oh, one more thing. I apologize to the humble and noble street sweeper that was out last night at 11:30. We've been had a lot of construction in the neighborhood recently, and you know, he was coming to clean it up a little bit late. Maybe he had other projects on the docket, and did a very good job. I heard that, and I was just like, that's a construction vehicle, but it was a street sweeper. All right, take care.